Welcome back to my vlog of building my house in Ubon, Ratchathani. As the title says, this covers day 187 to 191. Had a bit of a lean spell there where not a lot happened. Basically all that happened for a couple of days was the air conditioning going in. Just a bit of night vision here of my knockdown and some plants that Wasn has been putting in. Went out and spent about 8,000 or 9,000 baht to get some plants to cover up the fence and just give a bit of greenery around the place. We'll come back to that later on the vlog. That's real good vision. You can't see a lot there, can you? But my apologies for that. Anyway, there's some more of the plants. I think we come around here now and you can see the outdoor kitchen, which looks quite good at night. And I'm sure we'll spend a fair bit of time out there in the coming months. Just where you see those shelves or cabinets above the kitchen there, we've got to get a couple more in there just to finish it off and make it look a little bit better. That's Napa Porn's room. So this vision is before the curtains went in, which as we progress to this one, you'll see how the curtains look out. Oh, there's Wasna. That's my little sala outside the bedroom. There's some more vision. So some of those cabinets will just extend along to the wall there. Some leftover paint there. Just different view of the same thing. More fence, more plants. This is the out the front fence going up. I really don't understand what goes on with these builders in the fact that rather than just hire formwork for doing this stuff, they basically grab crappy scraps of wood and bang them together and lean them up and things like that. Honestly, for the first half of that fence, the first part you saw, it took 4 people 4 days to put that up. I'm damn sure it'd be easier to go hire some formwork, easier and cheaper, I reckon, to go hire some formwork and just put it up. A lot quicker, a lot easier to do. 2 people can do the formwork. You don't need 6 people standing around doing it. But that's just my little whinge. I don't know. Builders know more than me. I'm not in the building trade in Thailand, so I'm not real sure what's going on. Anyway, well, there's a close-up of the fence again. This is some daytime vision of the plants for you. As I said, Wasn has been working very hard, digging holes, putting plants in there. We've got a tap there. We've got about 3 or 4 taps going in around the fence just to make it easier for watering. Coming around to the side, some more plants there. You can see there the water tank. I'll talk about the water tank again later on. Bit of a mistake made with that one. There's a couple of plants that are going to go in front of the water tank with a bit of luck to hide it from the road. You know, just put up a bit of a plant fence type thing so you can't see it from the road. I actually put that water tank in the wrong place. It's going to get all sorts of sunlight, so the water's going to be perpetually hot. But I'll build a lean-to over it and should make the problem a bit easier. This is just some vision of my knockdown, which I've been adding my finishing touches to. You can see tools and screwdrivers and power drills and things like that. So I've just been making it to how I want it for my little getaway from reality. A few music prints up there and a bit of travel posters down the back there. So, there's Wasner sitting there enjoying the chair. You notice I've only got 1 chair in there. That might say something for people that know me a little bit better. Anyway, just scrolling through the knockdown again. We'll get a big TV set in there. And I'll get a reasonable sound system. I can just lock the door and lock myself away. I think you've probably seen vision of this before, but that's also Wasn's sala, which is just another area for us to sit, enjoy ourselves. Just down the bottom of the screen, there's my Weber barbecue, which I bought from guys in Bangkok. Were really helpful, looked after me, got it delivered to me fairly quickly. So we'll get that up and running when we move in. There's been a bit of a problem with actually moving in because of the dates that you can do the ceremony. Apparently we've missed all the good dates around this time of the year, and we've basically got to wait till October or November before we can do it. So it gives us a chance to set the place up, get the gardens looking good before we actually move in there. It doesn't really affect me in any way because I own the house. Well, Wasner owns the house we're living in anyway, so it's not as if I'm paying rent for too long. And this place is only a 2-minute drive, well, a 5-minute drive maybe, from where we're living now. So it's good. Plus, Wasner's got the shop out the front, so she's there every day to keep an eye on it. And as I said, do some work in the garden, do whatever she feels like. Just going to take you inside now because while this gap's been going on, the curtains have gone up and the furniture's gone in. So, yes, getting very close to finishing there. So you can see this is a Napa Pawn's room, which is a lot bigger than what I thought it was going to be. I really should be moving in there myself, I think, but that could become a bit of a fight. So it's probably going to become a fight that I'm going to lose. So I'll stick to my Knockdown and Napa Pawn can have this room. But yeah, nice big room for her so she can keep to herself or socialise with us, do whatever she wants. Curtains were really good. The guys that do the curtains in Ubon, tremendous bunch of people, do a real good job. I don't know whether they're expensive or not, but I was quite happy with the price, so it's probably fairly reasonable. That's just a view through the carport to the cellar. And we'll make our way inside with a bit of fancy camera work here, looking at the kitchen again. I've told you what I'm going to do about the kitchen. Yes, I'm opening the door now. That's why you're going to hear strange vision. There we go, inside. Long room and a big lounge suite there, which is probably bigger than I thought it was. But if you lift up those armrests, they've got power points in them and USB ports so you can charge all your gear up. That's going to become the TV cabinet, so that'll move across to in front of the lounge suite. We're heading towards the spare room now, which we've put a nice little fold-out sofa in there. Well, that's a photo of the door. Lounge suite from a different vision. So this is kind of going to become Wasner's office and play area for her. So I've got my Knockdown, she's got this room. We've both got air conditioners, so that makes it okay. A bit of magic vision here, sleight of hand. We changed this around from being a sofa like that, or from being a bed, roll-out bed like that, to just a sofa like that. So anyone comes and stays, that's where they're sleeping, I reckon. Just moving into the main bedroom now, and this is just normal bedroom furniture. There's the bed, bedside tables. There's the curtains we had done. We'll scroll around, zoom around, whatever the terminology is. There's the wardrobe, good sized wardrobe to keep everyone happy. I own 5 t-shirts and 2 pairs of shorts, so don't need a lot of wardrobe space, or I better throw in 5 pairs of jocks there as well, I suppose. But anyway, that's the bedroom. That outlooks to the outdoor cellar there, which I'm sure will get used. More garden work. I'm going to put a outdoor shower in that little corner there. Just got a bit of work to do. Coming down, there's the water tank again. Different view of those plants. Putting in front of the water tank to try and give it a bit of shade. As I said, I'll put a lean-to over that. So we'll keep some of the sun off it. Just a different perspective of the same thing. You've probably seen a dozen different views of this, but there are some plants in front of it now, so it gives it a different idea of what we're looking at. So winding down now, thank you very much for taking the time to view this. Next one I'll probably do is when we get the garden finalised, but as I mentioned, we're not really moving in for a couple of months, so we'll see what else we can come up with to keep my viewers happy. Thank you and goodbye, guys.